Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little new. We're going to talk about my most regretted characters. We have made a small little tier list here with 5 different tiers, and today we're going to rank every single standard banner 5-star on how much I regret pulling them. In the top tier, we're going to have Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? Was cool at the time, useful, very satisfied, wish I pulled, and then we have the standard 5 stars and the 4 stars who do not count. So, with that all being said, what characters do I regret pulling most? Let's talk about it. But before we do that, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are coming very close to 90,000 subscribers. And when we hit it, we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways. In fact, we're going to be giving away some huge Oneric shard packs. So if you haven't already, it really would mean a lot to me if you could just go down, hit that subscribe button, and let's get in to today's video. Welcome back everybody. I hope you are having a lovely afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you are watching this. I myself am doing all right. However, I started thinking to myself, with the upcoming Sparkle banner, which is coming out in 5 days, I started thinking, how much could I have really saved for Sparkle? Because if you guys don't know, I have a little thing going on right now where my goal is to E6 Sparkle. I've made some tweets about it. We've talked about it in my most recent video where I went all out getting every single achievement in the game to grind up some Sparkle warps. And needless to say, we still don't honestly have that much. I at least have her guaranteed, but if I ever wanted to get E6, I really should have skipped a lot of characters. Maybe if I had skipped a character like Cele, then possibly we could have more wishes for Sparkle right now. And in fact, let's talk about Cele. So I think for me personally, Cele is the perfect character to go into the was cool at the time tier list. When Cele first came out, she was a super cool character. She was by far the best DPS in the game. We had not got characters like Blade, like Imbiber Lune, like Jing Liu, and Cele was by far the best DPS in the game. However, nowadays, she has been outclassed by almost every single DPS in the entire game, which is really sad because I really enjoyed her at the time that she came out, and I still do enjoy her. And in fact, I'm kind of hoping Sparkle will actually make Cele a little bit better, but I think Cele is gonna have to go into that was cool at the time tier. Now for the next character, Jing Yuan, I didn't get him. Do I wish I pulled him? Not really. So you know what? We're gonna add another tier, mid Yuan tier, and we'll just slide him on down there. Anyways, next character, Silver Wolf. Now, to be completely honest, I love Silver Wolf. I think she was one of my best pickups on my whole account, and I think she has to go in either useful or very satisfied. I think we gotta go very satisfied. Her ability to apply weaknesses to any enemy is by far the most universal, useful technique in the entire game. Not to mention, I just really like her personally because of the whole hacker gamer thing. I think that's fun and awesome and a unique character type that they haven't tried yet. She's honestly one of the characters that I've debated taking to like 10-10-10. I just haven't done it yet. I also love the fact that you can slide her into almost any possible team comp and she can fit almost anywhere, which is awesome. And not gonna lie, I'm really excited to use her in that mono quantum team with Sparkle. So Silverwolf is gonna be our very first very satisfied. Next character, Luocha. So Luocha is one of the only characters I don't have yet. As you can see, I'm missing 5 characters in the game. Clara, Bailu, Jingyuan, Luocha, and Hua. And Luocha is one of those characters that I deeply regret not getting. Very deeply, in fact. It makes my life so much harder not having a reliable healer. The only built healer / sustainer I have on my account right now is Lynx and Fushuan. And as much as I love Lynx is not that good. Let's just say it how it is. Lynx is decent, but nowhere on the level of Luocha. So he is going to go in the wish I pulled tier list right next to Hua, who will also sit in there too, because Jesus Christ, do I ever need a healer. Next up, Blade. Blade is another interesting one. To be honest, I was never a fan of Blade's design, but that's just me personally. I found him to be a little bit bland, and I don't like the fact that he is completely whipped by Kafka. And to be honest, because I don't have any healers on my account besides Link's, Blade has almost become like unusable on my account. I've built him and everything, but there is just no team comps that I can really fit him in where he works. He doesn't really work with Fu Xuan because Fu Xuan does not provide enough healing to keep Blade at a healthy amount. And he as a character desperately needs healers really badly. So the fact that I didn't pull either Luocha or Huao Huao and then proceeded to pull Blade was a very, very stupid decision and one that I deeply regret. So Blade for me is definitely going to go in a Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? And what rubs salt in the wound even more is if we look at my warp tracker here, I lost the 50-50 for Blade to a Gepard and then proceeded to go 81 into pity for him. Probably one of the worst decisions of my HSR career. Next character, Kafka. Yeah, let's just slide her into that very satisfied tier. And I swear that has nothing to do with her appearance. Kafka has been great since day one. She's been useful for more than one reason. And even though I have her on a crit build, which I'm sure every HSR geek would call me an idiot for, she is still really, really good. And she is the first character that I ever maxed out the talents for. I've loved her since day one. She's probably the reason why I even pulled Black Swan, and the reason I built a Serval, and probably the reason I built a Gwynaifin as well. My whole account basically revolves or circulates around this one character right here. Not to mention the fact that I was lucky enough to get her E2. My warps for her were absolutely insane. I got her in 7 pulls, and then I got her in 26 pulls. Absolutely broken stuff there. And to top it all off, she was the only character who I ever got the signature light cone for. So, no regrets pulling Kafka. Next up, it's Fu Xuan. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Fu Xuan is the only reason I even have an account right now. Without her, we'd be dead. If it wasn't for her, my account would be in the dirt right now. She is the only 5-star reliable sustainer that I have. Yes, I have Gepard, but it's Gepard. Okay, he's goofy looking. I don't like him. But who I do like is Fu Xuan. She has basically carried me in terms of sustaining throughout all of Memory of Chaos. Without her, I probably wouldn't have got past like floor 7. So you can thank her for the fact that I even have half of the Stellar Jades I do. Next up, Mr. Lune. Now he's somebody that I'm slightly 50-50 on. I like Imbiber Lune, but he's definitely not the best DPS I have on my account. And to be honest, I didn't even intend to get Imbiber Lune. If you watch the warping video I made on him, you'll remember that I didn't even go to pity to get him. We got lucky on early pity, and we just happened to get Imbiber Lune. Now, do I regret pulling on his banner? No, because we got lucky, and I'll take any luck I can get. However, he hasn't been a character that has really been a primary DPS for me. The characters who I use the most as main DPSs we'll talk about a little later. But as for Imbiber Lune, I still find him useful from time to time, so we can throw him in that useful tier. Oh, next up... Oh... I just saw the next character. Yeah, let's just put her there above everybody else. Jingliu, by far the best DPS in the entire game, and the one that I use more than every other character, more than Kafka, more than Imbiber Lune, more than Dr. Ratio, more than Blade. Jingliu is my primary DPS. I don't even have really good relics for her, but even with mediocre relics that have stats like effect hit rate and effect resistance, defense, she still is by far the best DPS in the game and has been another character that has carried me through most content. Even when we have abyss stages like the current floor 12, which neither of these sides have an ice weakness, I still end up using Jingliu on the top half because she is so damn powerful. Jingliu is an absolute beast and probably will remain one of the best DPSs until like, I don't know, maybe a couple patches for right now. But for right now, she is definitely in the very satisfied tier. Next up, Topaz and Numby. I really like Topaz and Numby. I like their design. I like their story quests. I find them overall pretty useful. Topaz isn't like a crazy broken character attuned to the likes of Jingliu, but she's still someone who I enjoy the gameplay of very much, and I actually end up using her quite a bit in a lot of the content as that secondary DPS that she's meant to be, And I'm not gonna lie, in the overworld, she is really, really useful. Finding treasure with little Numby there actually helped me a lot with exploring the Penacony map. So in terms of the overworld, I'd say she's probably the most useful character there is. However, I don't think she's gonna fit in that top tier list with characters like Silverwolf, Fushuan, Kafka, and Jingliu. I think she has to go a tier back, so we'll definitely put her in the useful tier. Next up, Argenti. Now, Argenti, I'm so on. Argenti is mainly useful in content like Pure Fiction, where there is a lot of enemies. To be honest, he hasn't been all that useful in the most recent iteration of Pure Fiction, but he was extremely useful in the first one. As for every other type of content in the game, you know, he's there. I don't find him particularly good in the Memory of Chaos. There are a lot of big bosses in the Memory of Chaos, and Argenti being an erudition character does not make him all that useful for the later stages of Memory of Chaos. To be honest, I wasn't a terribly big fan of his design when he came out. To be honest, the only reason I really rolled for him was for content. And to be honest, I kind of wish I had those warps back for Sparkle. So we're going to put him in the Jesus Christ, what was I thinking tier. But also, Jesus Christ, is this character ever super hot. But anyways, next character, Dr. Ratio. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I didn't pull Dr. Ratio. He just kind of appeared on my account. Okay, we got to add another row. Free 5-star Genshin could never LOL. Dr. Ratio, there you go. Thank you for giving us a free character. Hallelujah. Next up, Ron May. Now, I'm not going to lie. I think Ron May was a bit overhyped, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Ron May is a really good character and is pretty universally useful in almost any team comp, and the ability to break enemies and keep them broken is an extremely powerful one. However, I don't think it's akin to the likes of, for example, what Sparkle is going to be capable of, or what Fushuan is capable of. But that being said, I still really enjoy Ron May, and I end up using her quite a bit in the Abyss and other hard content, so I think she can slide into that useful tier. And for our last character of the video, we have Black Swan. And like I said earlier, I literally just pulled Black Swan so that I could make Kafka and Black Swan work together. And to be honest, that's like one of my favorite pairings in the entire game. And to be completely honest, all the content has kind of become a bit of a joke with Black Swan and Kafka together because it actually is just that powerful. Not to mention she's large. Like, she's very tall, of course, is what I meant. That being said, definitely no regrets there. I think we can put her in that useful tier. I don't think she's good enough to be in the very satisfied tier, but definitely a very useful character who has helped me take my Kafka to the next level. But oh wait, there's one more character, Sparkle. Well, when we get Sparkle, I can guarantee you I will not just be very satisfied. I will be over the moon with happiness. And let's throw her in that tier. And with that, we have our finish regret character tier list. There's really only 2 characters that I kind of regret pulling, which I think is pretty good. Let me know in the comments what characters you regret pulling. Maybe it was the early Sele, maybe there's a character that you didn't mean to get and we're saving up for another character. I want to hear it all. But anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Peace.